Oh, hey, everybody. This is Larry. This is day 12, day 13. Yeah, I was going to say day Friday the 13th, but apparently it's Friday to Saturday. Or, what? 13th to Saturday? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's problem. Dirty. Substring with concatenation of all words. So I just going to give another update. I keep forgetting this, but yeah, I'm going to be in Turkey, and London in a couple of weeks. So if you're in those areas, come give me a shout out on either Instagram or Discord or something. Preferably Discord, just because I'm there more often. Yeah, let me know about your tips, or in the comments if you like. Let me know your favorite tips, and maybe in a few weeks you'll see me go to them. Especially if you want to follow that adventure, check out my Instagram. I don't really post much except for when I travel, and maybe really silly things like I don't know, if there's a cute dog in New York or something, I'll be like, hey, look at this cute dog. Anyway, and the other thing I would say is I've been doing bonus questions. Some of you know, and if you do know, and you know who you are, I appreciate it, and go check that out. I'll do one after this video as well. And if not, and you find these problems either too easy or too dumb or too whatever, or you just do want to do one more bonus one and do it together with me, go check that out. You'll see the title. I do one that I haven't done before. I try to do one that I haven't done before on Leetcode, and also and I don't know what it is. It's picked randomly, so that's why there's no advance warning or whatever you want to call it. So come check that out. Anyway, so let's get started on this problem. Wow, I've been talking for 2 minutes. Sorry, friends. Anyway, substring with concatenation of all words. Okay, so you're given an extra s, an array of words. Return start index of s is as concatenated words exactly once. What does that mean? Okay. Word good, best word. Okay. My neighbor is being very loud right now, just as a heads up. Let me know if you hear anything. I hope not, or at least I'm talking loud enough. It is a little bit distracting to me, but I think I could handle it. But I hope that it doesn't, the sound doesn't transfer. Okay. So exactly once in any order without intervening characters. I think my first inclination is sliding window. There are about 5,000. Wow, are there really 5,000 words? That's tricky, isn't it? Huh. This is definitely a tricky one, and I'm trying to think. S of O is 10 to the 5th. Each one is 30 characters, so in the max case, the answer is just no, but this is a tricky problem for sure. Because it's very I mean, I guess the output case could only be 10 to the 5th, but then you can imagine that if you have like a, and all the words are just like a, then there's like a lot of weird, because my first inclination is to do some sort of sliding window, right? So you could be like, oh, let's look at this. Does it slide good? Yeah. But then in cases like this, and maybe your overlap is this instead, if that's your words instead, then here if you just slide one character, it just that's the way these prefix work. Is we slide one character, now all the things are not aligned anymore, right? So I think that part is a little bit tricky. Let me see if there are any weird constraints that I might have missed. I think the first thing that we can do is pre-calculating some stuff, right? What's 10 to the 4th again? 10,000. Oh wait, did I misread this? No. Okay, no. It's 5,000. But each character can be at most 30. So my first instinct is to at the very least pre-calculate, for each prefix, what's a word that we can do, right? And this is kind of hard if you have something like this, really, right? If this is your input, because then now, here it would give you all of the n words, and here would give you all the n words dot dot dot, right? So that's not a good case either. And I think all the ideas that are in my head, to be honest, I don't know, at least not immediately. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's any like, I feel like there may be some sort of DP, but I guess we could look at I guess we can cache all this. Like, we could cache all these words into an array, and then we could calculate it that way. But wow, I'm just trying to think, and I don't know if that this is one of those problems where there are bad cases and they just don't show it, which is definitely possible, because I think Leetcode used to be pretty bad about it, and this is a, but because for 10,000, if you add 15,000, right, or 50, is it 50,000 or 100? No, it's 150,000. Like, I don't even think that would be good. Oh snap! I did miss this. Maybe that's another misreading. I missed that they're the same length, so that does change things a little bit. Okay, I was actually thinking about this, where I was like, this would be a lot easier, or like, if you can have the same length, and the reason is because you don't have this like offsetty thing. You can just handle them differently, because then now you can slide them in a different way. Excuse me. But then now, okay, let's see if I can, because then you can slide the window, because then then you can slide the window a word at a time, and then just keep going, right? So okay, I could see that. And then the only so if the length of each word is m, then there's only m distinct ways to start and then slide. So okay, I think with the same length, I did miss that part, not gonna lie. Yeah, maybe I'll call it. And then maybe I can do something like, while start is less than n, and is linked with s. Yeah, I think then we can do some sliding window thing. Have to think about, but yeah, I think we can do sliding window in this case, because then now we don't have to worry about all these complexity. We can just do it a chunk at a time, because now we know all the lengths, and then we just be like, hey, this is the window. Because the worry that I had if there are different lengths is that you have something like this, then if you slide, you can't just slide like a fixed length, because if you slide one, let's say you did some pre-calculation and you slide off 3 words at a time, how do you rejiggle it, right? But then now, if they're all the same length, then you can always just slide by that length. Okay, I think that's fine then. Okay, I would say one thing that I've been really bad at, and you've been watching my videos, that I've been, especially on contest time, is that I've been really bad at misreading prompts lately. I don't know what is wrong with me, to be honest. But not to say, I don't know. Just one, so many excuses, but you know, I feel like that's just been the story of me lately, and that's been leading to a lot of issues in terms of ratings. I don't really, you know. Anyway, okay. So start is equal to 0. No, we want this to equal less than m. Sorry. So we want this to be the case, and then we want current is equal to start. And this is just regular sliding window stuff. So something like this. Though I have to set something up as well, which is for word in words. Maybe have a counter. Let's just call it 1 because that's what we want, right? And I could actually just do this, I think. But basically for word in word, we put in 1. And then here we have like, yeah, and maybe we have so this is basically what I want, but I also want to have some other lookups that I'm just trying to think about off by 1 situations that I'm a little bit worried about. But it should be okay, but I'm just a little bit worried about it. Because then we want, so these are the things that we want, and we want to subtract them and add them. But we have to want to add to the original one. Otherwise, yeah, I think this is okay though. Because I think the only way you could get 0 is if everything starts at 0. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm gonna be wrong on this one. But yeah, okay. So then now, this is just a lot. Now with the sliding window, it's just a lot of bookkeeping. So I'm just trying to find coordinates is equal to 0. Something like this, but not yet. Now we want to add want of words sub, and I'm going to write this very sloppily. We'll see whether this may be later on. And then if, so now we want to, so this is, you know, standard sliding window stuff. We slide in and then we slide out, you know, at the same time. So if current, is it minus m or minus m plus 1 or something, is greater than 0, then we nope, that's not right. What we want is this. I think there's a let me double check the counters API. I think there's like maybe we can just do something like there's like a total count thing. Maybe I can just I think if the maximum number is 0, I think if the, yeah, let me see, counter get most common. What is this? Let me check my API for a second, because so in counters you can get the why am I in counters you can get the most common, you can get the most common object, but I just want to, I am curious about the complexity of that, is what I was going to do. There's a dot total as well, but that total is not what I want, because it may, we may go into the negatives, and I don't want that, and I want to keep track of it. That's basically why. Well, let's try this for now. Most common one. Okay. Okay, so this adds a word, this subtracts a word, and then if current of words is equal to, I guess we didn't do this. Wow, this is equal to W, then we see if one dot most common one. I lost that window. Of 1 is equal to 0, then this index is good. So let's just say we have an answer, and then we append. So current would be yeah. So we want to do every one of them, so we don't want to break anything. It's current is the last word, right? Because current and current plus m is the last word. So we want to move back. So it's something like this or something like that, but it may be off by something. So, and we can return it in any order anyway. I think this is roughly right, but it can also be very wrong. And also we want this actually to be here because we want it for every start. Though maybe that's a little bit expensive. I don't know. We'll see. Because right now I'm dealing with. Oh, whoops. I want this, not words. Whoops. Right now, when I say it's expensive, I'm just talking about constant costs. I'm not talking about bigger complexity, which I'm not sure about. Why is this? Why would this have no? Dun dun dun. What is W? I mean, this is returning none, I'm guessing, but why? Oh, actually, I guess not. I guess we just want to turn this. That's a very awkward line, but let's see if it works. Or oh, it doesn't work right now because we do not. You know, this is an infinite loop for maybe obvious reasons. Well, obvious now that we do it. And also, it's still an infinite loop because I forgot. I'm so used to for loops in non-Python languages. For loops in Python is a little bit weird. That's why I wrote it with while loops. But I will always forget the increment stuff. Okay, let's try again. Hopefully this time it actually terminates, even if it's correct. Okay. So okay. Let's now take a look. I mean, I think the idea is right, but clearly I have some off by 1 at the very least. Really? I think I'm confusing this. This should be something like this, I think. I just confused because we want to get the word that is, you know, that far ahead back, but I made a mistake there. Okay. I could be off by some stuff because I think it's this -1 perhaps. And also this is clearly really wrong because it goes to the current, even though it should be okay. Okay, so maybe previous is you go to current minus so then here and this may still be off by 1 to be honest, but at least it should be closer to what I actually meant, even though it's not what I actually said, but it's what I meant. Okay, so I think that actually solves it. I mean, here I think I just, because this is the number we moved, so actually obviously it should be the word after that, right? So that should be just this, -1 or something. Yeah, okay. So let's run it by the examples. I know that I'm still printing stuff, but why not? Okay, so it looks good for both. I'm gonna try a weird case just to kind of, not weird, but just like an expensive case, just to kind of see. We have 10,000, so let's just, at least give an honest try on the complexity. 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 640. I don't know. There's like 3,000 or something. Okay. Right. And then now words is equal to just like a lot of A's. Right, maybe that's fine. I don't know. I mean, this is clearly not the worst case, but at least it's a case to kind of see if it would run into any dubious. Okay, seems like it's fast enough, so let's give it a submit. Well, cool. Slower than last time. Oh, I was gonna say they didn't. They fixed it. They fixed the pop-up only recently, so it's good to see it up again. 865-day streak. See you tomorrow, apparently. Yeah. I'm just curious what I did last time. I mean, it seems like I did it the same way last time. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I don't know what all this stuff does, but I think it's just so that I could do this in a quicker way. But yeah, I mean, I think this is fine. Let me know what you think. I don't remember this problem at all, to be honest, and I feel a little bit slow on this one. But the complexity, let's see, right? So we look at each word. Oh, sorry, we look at each character. How often do we look at each character, right? So this is, this loop is going to take m's time, and this loop is just a regular. Actually, is it? I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say, if given, let's say these are my variables, I was gonna say this is n times m because of this loop, and then this is an n loop. But actually, if I think about, well, the way that I wrote it is a little different, weird with this string, so maybe that's not true. But technically, I think this is still the case then. I think this is n times l, but for a different reason, is because we have this string, and let's say if we didn't have this string, it's going to be actually linear time because each character can only be beginning of a word once, right? If you say it that way, I think it makes sense that it is O of n linear, because each character can be the beginning of a word once, and therefore we only added once and then we only subtracted once. But of course, each word consists of O of L, work, right? Because this is O of L, just constructing a string from this, and this is O of L. I mean, there's a lot of O of L's, but so for each, excuse me, each character can be the beginning of a word once from the sliding thing. So that's going to be O of n in total, and each word is length m. So this is n times m in my notations. So total time is O of n times m. Oops. Space, I think I use O of 1. Oh, no. I have this thing. Yeah, so this is going to be O of W times M space just from this to counter. There's no way to avoid it. And depending on how you want to say it, this construct stuff, but it should be roughly right. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this one. Is it all I have for this one? Yeah, I think so. I think the hardest part is reading it correctly. Initially, I just missed the same length part. Otherwise, I think this is very doable. I think it's just trying to think about different states, and that's what this part gets me. So yeah, let me know what you think. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. Don't forget, I'll have a bonus question next. So yeah, take care and I'll see you later. Bye bye.